Okay, I figured to do a quick update on the racing mower and its newest edition, and a little bit of a chat about the dashboard. If you missed the unboxing video of this is a GPS speedometer. I plan on mounting the transmitter probably in the back of the machine and running the wire up to the front. I bought this after watching another video of somebody putting one in a classic car, and I figured, hey, it's not that expensive. I'll take a risk on it. Originally on this, I would love to mount the GPS speedometer over here and have all the gauges along the top, but basically I got to work with what I have. So you can see I did have to drill through a little bit of frame. Not a big deal. There. Here is the piece I took out. This stuff is very easy to drill through. It's very thin. But I did sacrifice the bit I bought. I paid $21 for the bit, knowing it would be a sacrifice. Drilled one hole, and it's pretty much done. The starter bit fell out of it. The Allen key fell out of it. So yeah, it's pretty much done. But if I had a new piece of diamond plate to redo the dash, I would probably keep the GPS speedometer where it is, move the tack up to where that switch is, put an oil pressure gauge in the middle. Where the oil pressure gauge currently is, that's where the choke would go. I'd probably move the ignition to the right hand side below the GPS speedometer, and then have the tether kill where it is, and I believe that's a kill switch. Since this machine uses a more automotive style ignition, I'm pretty sure that's a kill switch, and that would be at the bottom as well. And that would also be changed over to a more arming style switch, which I'm probably going to be changing that over to anyways. So, slowly making some progress on this. I just wanted to get that hole drilled so I can have that done. So if I'm ready to install that, I can install it. Unfortunately, the piece that's used to install it will not work in my application. I'm going to have to glue it in, which isn't a big deal. In the future, if I do need to pop it out, I should be able to get it out, and I'll try my best to keep the original mount for it as well. So if I do change the dash around in the future, I can remount it. But let's grab the steering wheel and see what it looks like. So that's what it's going to look like with the GPS speedometer in place. I think when I'm sitting on the machine, I'll actually be a lot lower than I'm standing right now. I think it'll be okay. Like I said, there was kind of limited space where to put this. Also, if you look around the back, I have a fuel pump, I have a brake fluid reservoir, really nothing on the left, so I could have put it on the left, but that's where the tack is, and I was kind of running out of space on the left as well. So on the right and up high was the more logical place to put it. So that's where it ended up going. So there we go. It's getting there, slow but steady progress, like I said in the previous video. Hoping to have it up and running in the next couple weeks. As it sits right now, I could probably run it, but I'm in the process of trying to paint the gas tank, so I want to give that some time to cure. It is getting colder out, so it's taking longer to cure, and I do want to do at least one more coat of paint on it. It's going black. Pretty much everything that's currently gray on this will be going black. Everything that is orangey red will be staying, or it might be going more of the pop orange, or what I call it, hemi orange. I don't know why they call it what they call it, but I call it hemi orange. But that's for later on. The engine is pretty well ready to go. Gas pedal's done, brakes done. I gotta do the wiring, but again, that's not really a big deal. All I would really want is a kill switch to test it with, power to the carb solenoid to give me fuel tank in, and run it. But I don't really want to run it until that GPS speedometer is finished hooked up, since I want to keep an eye on what I'm doing for speed, and I believe that does have a speedometer built into it as well. So that's why I want to kind of not run it without it and go from there. So there we go. Modified racing mower, GPS speedometer, slow but steady progress. Really, next thing left to do on this is wiring. Then the fuel tank will go in last. and test run. So really, yeah, next on this is wiring. So that's actually, for me, it's not too hard to do. I do want to try and figure out the tach. We'll see about that. I do also have to cut out a little bit of this here. I cannot get into 5th gear, so I got to clearance that a little wee bit to get into 5th gear. Minor. So there we go. I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe, comment.